Welcome back, Michael at Wickerson Studios with a little Oscar Wickerson playing monkey tag behind me in the Quest 2. I am opening Grasshopper while looking at Grasshopper 2, and this is day 3. And I'm going to slide this over to another screen. What I'm going to use is my memory of all the wonderful nodes that exist there. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to use Grasshopper Vanilla. And then I'm going to have Grasshopper 2 open over here. And we're going to enter day 3. And this is just a little issue here that I'm trying to find out how to just slide this over here. And I don't know how much I'll actually do, just judging by sizes. We're going to jump in here, and what I have is my day 1 script, which is what I did 2 days ago, and started taking a look and jumping in the nodes. And I made contact with Daniel Kristev, and he likes the way I'm just grabbing nodes and throwing them in. I'm watching any and all videos in English, and I should be trying to follow the ones that aren't in Grasshopper 2, and this was Grasshopper 2, and I was starting to hit a wall, but I found a way past that because there's a beautiful example on the video, is Grasshopper 1 dead, question mark. And what I'm going to do is take a look where I started to hit a wall, similar to how Jose Luis had done when they first opened and started to play. And I will just continue this series because I've never had more hits on my videos so quickly in probably over a year since I was playing with GH and with a little bit of robotics. So let's start where we are with this day 3. What would I do? And if I run into a wall, I'm going to have my Grasshopper 1 over here to take and pull whatever I feel like. I probably won't have a script here, so I will just elongate this and see how well I can grab scripts in the vanilla from params to display and haul that over into GH2 whenever I need it. Example being, let's do something similar to how I was thinking before. These are all still pretty new, and I can't open this. Well, maybe I can. I'm not sure what those little dots there are. Let me go in and start with my vector, and the way that I've learned is the most important way to start creating things. X, Y, Z, zooming in. Let's generate that through a range. I'm sure we'll have a range from limits, which bypasses having to open a domain. We will take a number slider, and the only thing I don't like, and I haven't found the shortcut yet, we're going to need somebody in there, not to have to type in here and find our range. We'll keep it small. It doesn't matter. I'm going to default to using 0 to 1 because I think computationally you're going to want to reparameterize anything and keep things small. I love the copy and paste still works. Connect that up. We'll go from 0 to 1 in our range. We'll have a number of steps to be a number slider. And this is the slowdown here that we maybe want steps from 12 to 100, just for a little bit of what I call finesse when it comes to a range. We're going to put that into the X. We are going to put that through the good old helix pattern. What do we have going on here? It's 1. Let's go up to 100, and let's take that and hopefully zoom in on, that. And let's go into the maths very quickly, grab our cos for our helix and our sine. Let's take that number, run it through sine and into our y. Let's take that number and throw it into our cos, into our z. And I think we've got something happening from 0 to 1. We probably need a multiplier. And since we're bringing this up in a z, we're going to have 3 dimensions. Let's do another zoom. I hope that works. Whoa, let's do another zoom. There we go. We've got a nice little curve with this little box. And for those that actually are into the math, you can slow down and think node scripting. And I'm going to spend a little time here because it's very useful for people. They don't mind grabbing a multiplication of sine through a value like, let's just put in a, I think it's //12. Now that's going to be a text if I do that, but that's all right to use a text. Let's multiply that by 12, and let's multiply this cos by 12, and put that into there, and this one into here. And I think, with any luck, I might have a problem. Am I outputting some numbers? Points. What did I do wrong? Cosine. Let's do this a little differently. Let's do this numbers times here into sine, then into here. And, oh, what am I thinking? I'm just doing my amplification first into here, and then into here, and then into here. And there we go. We get a nice little pattern that's doing what we want it to do. We have a multiplier, and we have a little bit of finesse of how many we want. We're just starting with the helix. Pretty cool. And if I wanted to jazz this and have a multiplier, oh heck, let's do it. Let's put the number slider in there. I wonder if I can Control Shift, grab these and stick it in there. Yay! Something to play with, and then I can take that out and push it. And now I'm just going to go in and edit and take that up to, I'm going to take that up to 100. Why not? Yeah, let's just do that. Step outside and see if we can't. There we go. Start to wrap these and have some fun with that. How do we want to control that curve? So nice little box as it extends out. It's all going to pack it into that shape. Oh, I like that. All right, so let's just grab a little curve that does that. It's not perfect. I actually think I'm going to grab pi and hope it's there. Pi. Now, if pi isn't there, and I go into maths and I say, I want that, why is it not available to me? How? No, I saw it there. I saw Jose Luis get that there. Special, because he was complaining there's no tau. And for him, I'm going to do this. We're going to make a little tiny function. We are going to type in //2 as a value. We are going to grab a multiplier by pi. Of course, I still have to pull that in. We'll make a little tau function here, cheer people up, and I shouldn't have taken that out. I mean, I'm such a sucker for this. I wonder if 2 will plug in like that. Very nice. Okay, and let me just see what I had. Functions, data, text, list, order, filter, maths, complex, no, special. Got to get used to where things are and where things are hidden. Random, trig. I was pretty sure I saw it in here. Why am I not having any luck? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab my math tab because I know where that is. And let's see if it's working because I kind of want to know which ones are working and which ones are utility. Let's grab pi and pull it in from Grasshopper 1. And so that's a nice little example of being able to do that. And there we go. So I can have a multiplier here once again. I'm sure, I just wish I could Control Shift hit this and know exactly where these things are, but they don't come up. So I hope they bring back that user interface, which would be fantastic. Let's grab a number slider. Let's right click or left right click. Let's tend to the integers and let's just take our count up to 8 full rotations. And there we go. And we have our pi. Snap, 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 snap. Wonderful to get us started. That's not so exciting. After that, we can provide a little bit of more multiplication to actually have it elongate or move in a direction. So I'm going to grab another one of these and slide it over here, take my sign and put that one in so I can actually start to have a little fun elongating that. And even though that's pi, I'm just going to take this digit and say, let's just go over 4. And let's do the same here. So it's just playing around a little bit. We'll grab our cos into here, 4. And this one, oh, you can't just do that and then your screen moves over. That stinks. All right, see? Got to fix that. All right, please fix that so when you move it over, it kind of follows your path. Otherwise, you're destined to kind of elongate. And obviously, I want something here that I want another number slider that... I want another one that just has a little influence here. And if you're starting to do things like this, it's like you really are writing a script that you probably want to start getting away from that and using instead of sine and cosine here. probably going in and realizing that these nodes, let me grab it over from Rhino 1. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm actually just jumping over to the screen. Uh, Grasshopper 1, which is open in my other window, and I'm using that as like when I hit a wall with Grasshopper, how can I jump in there and keep going without having to overthink things? So I'm going to pull in this. Obviously, I could try and make a function work here and write it. I could probably go in and use this function to write it. I have to wonder if if you double click, you don't get the expression. You have to write from nothing and all the help is gone. So when you bring in the expression node and function node, you're not able to click here and see all the junk that it used to give you. Like you used to be able to come in here, grab this node down, and then you could right click there or left click double, and you get all this wonderful functionality. That's all gone. Oh no, you have to be smarter now and you have to know how to script. Now apparently there's a Rhino coding that Jose Luis mentioned briefly at the beginning of their first impressions video, but they didn't actually get into it, because what happens then is you start to realize, hey, I want to write in Python. I have to wonder if it comes out. There it is, the beautiful node that everybody loves. And let's go into C# and write here. So if you could start writing like this in node scripting, you're probably going to want to write your script here. And I'm not sure in maths how that math is going to come to play in here, because I'm looking through and I'm like, well, where's my coding? Where do I get a chance to do that? Do I go into functions and start writing these function changes and dealing with integrals and derivatives? Oh, what a question. I'm going to leave it up to Daniel Christa and myself to have live feeds, jump online and show you how to do this. So you're still basically able to play off of making these helixes, doing what you want. Let's take this one down and count. Obviously, points are points. We can have one. We can make a full rotation. We can make a partial rotation. We can start farther in. We can have a lot of finesse on these of where we want to go. And we can take our pi, we can snap that through and make it go more or less in any direction. I think I'll just have a nice subtle curve like that. And once you do that, you're into the game of going to curves, choosing something you like I don't even know what that is. I didn't take a look close enough. I better zoom in. I thought that was the nerves curve from points. That should work. And I don't know if this worked when Gediminas Kerdikis tried it. He wasn't getting that curve from points. Am I getting a curve? Yep, I did. Got curve from points. Didn't work for him in that first one. You can change the degree if you want, which is nice to have a little slider. And then from that, you can do a surface pipe. Let's see what they give you. Surface from disk, surface from rectangle, surface from triangle, surface from box interval, surface from rectangle, box, blah, 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 blah. All right, nothing I really want there. Freeform would be nice. NURB surface from 5 points. That's cool. Surface from edges, network surfaces, ruled surface patch, blah, 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 blah. Revolution surface, that would be nice just to take that. And there we go. You get a nice revolved surface as that one moves through itself. Oh, I like that. And there's a couple of defaults in there that are busy at work. Okay. Yeah, let's try these out. Revolution surface axis. What does that do? No. Is that one working? Okay, this one's here. I wonder if I can take off my display. Okay, display via preview settings. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, I saw a few people pull that out, and it looks fantastic. But it looks like a game of like mind meld battleship stuff to figure out. I don't have the time or patience. Look at that right now. Let's see, developable surface. What does it want? It wants a curve A and a curve B. Well, I better not mess around too much with this. This is pretty exciting to get in here and learn your freeform surfaces. Loft from curveville, loft from points, loft from curves. Obviously, that's not going to work unless I have a couple of curves. And I could offset that one, move it, and see if I could get it. So let's just take that curve and use something simple. You see too many people doing this, but we will move that in the vector x direction, world X, and we would just move it over by a little number slider, and we'll keep it small because we're dealing in small numbers, which is fantastic. I think that's actually good. You don't have to get into making these big number sliders. Let's move it over, take that curve, take this one in, And I am curious if there's a merge. And once again, if you hit a wall with a merge, merge metadata, merge collinears, merge blah, 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 just go over here to sets. In your older version, take a look at trees. Of course, people who've done Grasshopper know what I'm talking about. You shouldn't be doing Grasshopper 2 if you didn't do Grasshopper 1. The merge tool seems to be working. Let's try that one. Let's try that one. And let's try that one. And there we go. You get a nice little surface there. And I guess you can just grab these and right click and hit visible off, and they're all gone. But maybe I have to turn visible off one at a time. I saw that in the demo. I wasn't too happy with that. But there's a little lofted surface, which is actually pretty nice. It's looking close to kind of a Mobius loop, but not doing its fancy trills. And it probably, I'm going to recommend that we just stay to using number sliders that are 0 to 1. Why not? Why do you have to complicate things? Well, you probably want to build buildings and do things. So I didn't figure out all of these things. I was playing around a little bit with them. That's fine. If I don't use them yet, I'll probably just pull them up here and be like, okay, there's something to play around with later. And I don't like that. You got to go like that and then bring it up. It would be nice if you can, if you didn't have to do that. So there's a nice little service, and that's 16 minutes playing with it, going from points, a double helix, making it parametric, considering how to write, integrals, function derivatives. I do want to get into here in the maths and find out how to write my functions, a function chain, transition functions, limit functions, polynomials. Once again, Daniel Christoph, somebody go out and get him Rhino 7, pay for his upgrade, get him from biking all over Switzerland, and maybe I shouldn't say everything. Let's get him moving and back on this with me and have some fun. He's the fellow that dragged me in the Grasshopper, and I've looked up to him as a mentor in this, and I can't wait to have some discussions with him. And I certainly have tried to mention his name and honor him as much as possible. I love it. There's so much to do. I can't wait to get into the conics. Not sure what to do, but we're 16 minutes in. Play like that. Keep your Rhino, keep your Grasshopper 1 open, so you can get down here and have some fun. Maybe it would be nice to just set your screen like this, pull this down here, and while we're waiting for that, let me slam that off to the side. That was not what I wanted to do. Let's pull that in here. Yeah, let's just pull that one down like that. Have this down here to look at and pull from, and then let's grab our Rhino window and pull that one. Oops. Let's grab that one here. That's going to be a little tricky. What I'm trying to do is make a little screen here. I'll slam it off to the side. Pull that one up. Oh, come on. There we go. Rhino gets pulled up to about there. Grasshopper 2 gets pulled up to, this is tricky. I'm going to have to take it over to my other screen, shorten it a bit, pull that one over to about here, so you can play in Grasshopper. You can play in Rhino, and you can have your Grasshopper 1 tucked down here to be your smart screen, so you can just use that as a resource whenever you need it. So I really like that. We've got a few objects, zoom extends all, pull this one in here, and that's a nice sample. I'm going to try and use that as my final image as to why I'm going to use Grasshopper 1, Grasshopper 2, and Grasshopper 3 to start making some decent scripts. I hope this comes in handy and people find it interesting, and I'll make one script a day for the rest of my life.